Hello.
We are back for episode 10.
Wow.
10. It feels fitting to be on episode 10 and be talking about the topic we're talking about today.
Yes.
Like 10 years, episode 10. There's a lot of 10s happening right now.
Yep.
Hi, my name's bellarmycosplay.
And I'm Bree-K Cosplay.
And here at the Hidden Language of Cosplay, we talk about everything cosplay, except for a few episodes where we talk about something that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
So today's topic is obviously Avengers Endgame.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. We have waited, 22? No, this is the 22nd film, I believe.
This is the 22nd film,
Yeah, so we've waited 21 films to get to the Endgame.
And we've
We've seen it.
cried, laughed,
Giggled, goosebumped.
and still in denial.
A lot of things, yeah. So this is, before we get into it, very, 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 very major spoiler warning. We do not have tight lips in this episode today. So if you have not seen it, then either stick around and listen to a hell of a lot of spoilers, or check out now and check it out after you've seen it. And if you haven't seen it, what are you doing?
Yes.
Like, hello. Oh, that was loud, sorry. Hello.
Granted, my family haven't seen it yet because they haven't had a chance to see it. So they're seeing it on Tuesday. So there is a fair few people who can't get around
Yeah,
with it.
I know, but come on now.
Saying that, I've seen it twice now.
I've seen it once and I'm about to go see it again.
Yeah.
And there's a lot happening, and I think the major fans have gone and seen it, from memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people have seen it. It's actually smashing box office records.
It's completely gone through the global.
Yeah.
Maybe just on.
I know that Chermside
weekend.
Event Cinemas literally had to open up sessions at 10:40 p.m. at night for people to
Really?
still go see it, because people were just frothing out the mouth over it.
Oh, they've gone over the 1.2 billion, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's what I read
It's a
before coming
massive
here.
opening. And it's only been out for 4 days.
Yeah, well, the theory is that it's actually going to overtake Avatar of the opening weekend.
About time. Avatar's literally been how many years and we're still waiting on a sequel? Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. With 22 movies in, of course it's going to smash it out.
Yeah.
It's huge. I know people that aren't even Marvel fans that are lining up to see it because,
Really?
yeah, that are I've never seen a Marvel film. And I'm like, why are you saying
And why are you here?
And they're like, oh, we just want to get on the hype and see what everyone's hyping out about, because everyone's geeking out over it.
Yeah.
And still no spoilers. I don't know. Wouldn't you watch the 21 other movies that are out? I don't know.
You'd think you'd watch those first before going to see Endgame.
Or at least Infinity War.
Yeah.
At
there's
least
people
Infinity
who are going
War.
to see, who are like, oh, do I need to go and see Captain Marvel to be able to go see Endgame?
Not really.
Yes and
yes
no.
and no.
Yes.
Well, that's what I mean. The standalone ones, not really. But you
really.
do.
Yeah.
But you don't. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Especially to see what powers Captain Marvel has.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would say yes, go and see the movie Captain Marvel before going to see.
See, I'm that nerd that's literally you need to rewatch everything before it ends.
I didn't get the time to do
I ended up just watching the most iconic ones. So I went and watched Civil War and Infinity War, and then all my other favorites that I was yeah, these kind of don't really matter, but I went and watched
Yeah.
what is it? What's the second Captain America movie? Winter Soldier. I watched
Soldier.
Winter Soldier because I was I need to go see that again to see where Bucky came back in and all of those iconic things where Shield ended and
Yeah.
So you do have to watch them, but you don't.
Yeah.
Just watch all the Avengers and you'd be good.
It should be okay.
I guess. Kinda.
Kinda.
You kinda get the gist.
Just watch the whole thing. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. You've had 21 years to do it, or however many years. 10 years? Sorry.
10 years. 21 years.
I don't know.
I'm
I got
what?
21 movies. I got confused. You've had 10 years to watch 21 movies. I'm pretty sure you can do it. And if you haven't, you probably should.
All right. Shall we get into...
No, because I'm scared of talking about it. I've been so tight-lipped
Tony
for the last
Stark.
5 years.
He was the beginning of Marvel, and now he's dead. Holy shit.
I just died a little you saying that he was dead. I was like, you just spoiled the major... And then I'm like, hang on, we already spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning, yep.
Because I've been so tight-lipped on it. I've been no, I can't talk to anyone about this. I'm still so hesitant to even talk about it.
I had a mate message me the next day after it came out, and he's like, have you seen it yet? I'm like, no.
No, please don't message me about this.
Don't message me about it. Don't say anything about it. And he's like, oh, it's really good. I cried and there's like 2 deaths.
I don't even like hearing that. No, stop. Stop. Rewind. Don't do that. If you haven't seen it, like, don't spoil it for everyone else. Like, or if you have seen it, don't spoil it for people that haven't seen it, is what I mean. Because, like, that's just mean.
I know.
I don't like doing that.
Like, are you kidding
And
me?
I even sometimes, like, do it by accident. Like I said something the other day and I didn't realize someone in the group hadn't seen it. And I was like, oh, I'm really sorry. It was nothing major. I'm really sorry. Don't listen to me. I'm just going to go, bye.
Bye. Bye. See you later.
Bye. But Tony Stark, yes, he is dead. Was I sad about it? I'm just going to say it now. Unpopular opinion. I never really liked Tony Stark as a character.
I liked the character, but I didn't.
Like, personally, he wasn't my favorite. There was nothing really super about him except he had money.
Yeah, he had money. But
you just have to look at Age of Ultron.
He was the Marvel version of Batman.
Pretty much. And I'm over Batman as well. Like, I just don't really get the gist of why they're super popular, just personally.
I think his story has been a good one.
I'm glad it ended though.
It has ended.
Like, yeah.
Like, I think it was his storyline kind of showed the flaws that people can
like
have.
he was the most like human out of them all, I guess. Like with his emotional reactions to things, he was the most like stereotypical human.
Yeah.
Which I liked because like you just have to look back on the entire like every cinematic movie that he's been in. He's been like the father figure to like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's been the like scared child in like Age of Ultron where he then created Ultron.
Yeah.
And like he ended up doing a lot of bad but also a lot of good, and that's kind of humanity is very like flawed.
Yeah.
And I liked that. I just didn't really like him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. But his like ending to this story, like it was very circular.
Yeah,
which
I think. Oh, his last words, well, his first words as Iron Man was "I am Iron Man," and then for it to circle around to at the end before he snapped was "I am Iron Man," and
and then I really liked that scene where Pepper came in and was like, "You can rest now."
Yeah,
like,
we're going to be okay.
We're going to be all right. You can rest, and like that to me, like. Yeah, I know I was meant to be touched by him dying, but I was more touched about how Pepper went about it. Because like the scene really shocked me though, because he's sitting there on the battlefield and he's got his gauntlet. He's just kind of like dying.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man comes up and obviously has that heartfelt like, my dad's dead.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what it's been this whole thing. But Pepper didn't go straight to Iron Man. Pepper went to Spider-Man. And sat there and like supported, like it was like a whole like this, and then it was like I was like, what are you doing? Like your husband is dying.
Yeah.
You have a kid together now. Like what's going on? Like you need to go. But it was really heartwarming. I really liked that.
I had a feeling that Pepper knew that something was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think before the battle started, I think when she was probably gearing up because she looked amazing. In
like she was one of my highlights.
That was awesome.
It was
as soon as she
very
went
cool.
down in like a helmet, I'm like, yes.
At first I was like, who is that? And then I'm like, wait,
it's Pepper.
That's Pepper. Like, fuck yes. And then they're sitting there back to back, just being like,
oh, that
I
was
like,
just
yes.
I feel when Pepper got the call for it, I think she knew that it
was the end.
It was
the end game.
And she knew that something probably was going to happen.
And I really liked that. I thought it was very heartfelt, very touching. And Gwyneth Paltrow did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Because she's now obviously like finished. Her storyline is finished.
As well.
So I liked that it was a swan song for so many Marvel Marvel heroes, I guess. It was very well done.
But then also a lead into the next the
phase 4.
Well, I read an article that Kevin Feige, whatever his last name, the producer, like the head of Marvel Studios, has been like, we've got another 20 movies.
Yeah, they just released the lineup for phase 4, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, there's so many new movies. Like they're not characters I've seen, they're not anything. It's going off.
Phone's going off.
Sorry, everyone.
Already mentioned.
Yeah. But yeah, so like it went off with like they've still got like obviously you've got the main ones like Captain Marvel's coming back for a second film, Black Panther's coming back for a second, Doctor Strange coming back for his second. Can we also talk about Doctor Strange for a second? Sorry, I just want to sideline.
Yeah, that's fine.
I adored the fact that Tilda Swinton came back.
Yes.
And like that
so
it took
happy.
everything. Like she'd obviously seen the future, she'd seen the past. She was practically the one explaining the time travel concept to us.
Yeah.
Like how she was like, oh, it goes off this way and goes off this way, which I loved. But then she was like, no, I'm not giving you the stone. And then how Hulk was like, oh, but Doctor Strange gave it up willingly.
Yeah.
And she was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I loved that reaction because then she was also like, he's meant to be the best one of us. Like, what are you talking about? He just gave it up willingly. And then she was like, if he did that, like the fact she had so much faith in Doctor Strange that she made in one movie.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought that was really good. I fix up these gloves.
I
thought it was
liked
really good because she was like, okay. But she's like, oh, maybe it was my mistake.
yeah. And then
So-
she started like, yeah, it was really cool.
I think it was good that she did have like that trust in.
I liked that they brought back so many
there's a
previous
reason.
characters that I wasn't thinking we were going to get the chance to see again.
Yeah.
Because like when they killed off Tilda Swinton in Doctor Strange, I was like, no, I really liked her.
Yeah.
Her and her bald powers, I liked it.
Yeah. So it's seeing her now, I'm like, that's cool.
Seeing her, I was
Because
like, yes.
when they're like, oh, Doctor Strange was at this address at this, I'm like, no, but he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He
no,
wasn't
he was
though.
still.
Like they're like
Yeah.
so early. So I'm like, who the hell are they gonna like see?
But then I
that?
really liked being able to see what because my like thing was like, oh, they're like in the same location, but like what were they doing during the Battle of New York?
New York.
And it was really cool to be able to see that they weren't taking part in it, but they were like still helping in a weird roundabout way without making their presence known, which I really thought was cool. So we got like so many explanations as to where all these characters that have been introduced later in the MCU were at the time of like other events, which I thought was so cool. I really liked that.
This movie linked up
It linked to practically all of them.
Practically all of them. And
Yeah.
I liked that they did that.
But it just
speaking
makes me
of
so
game-
nervous for like the future.
Yeah, I know.
And like where are they going from now? Because
I
like these
did
ones
like
have
the
been thought
linking.
out so well.
Yeah,
Like-
I did like the linking, and it's like you left the movie cinemas going, okay, that I don't really have.
I felt comfortable.
I felt more. I can rest easy.
Yeah. You can rest now.
You can rest now, knowing
rest.
that all the questions I would have had throughout this whole like 21 movies
Had been kind of
had
summed
been
up.
summed
Yeah.
up with this one.
There's still a
movie.
few questions that I have, but they're like minute in the grand
Very-
scheme of things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, these are like, whether when I left Infinity War, I was like, what is happening? Like, you're very much so like, there's a hole in my chest, but it just got filled.
Yeah.
With Endgame. And I'm blown
I'm
away.
still in denial though.
Yeah.
Just saying, I am very in still denial.
I didn't really care that Tony died. I'm fully admitting that.
Okay, Tony. Okay,
Tony didn't surprise
when
me.
I went into the movie, I was like, it's either going to be Captain America or it's going to be Iron Man.
I had
Tony Stark is
prepared
going to
myself
die. I prepared
more for the
myself.
fact that Captain America was going to die than I
See,
did
I prepared
Iron
myself
Man.
as well.
Because I love Captain America.
Yeah.
So I was like, Captain America is like, when it comes to Civil War, I was Team Cap.
Yeah.
By far.
all the way.
I was annoyed about half of the people that were on Team Iron Man, but that's fine. But Team Cap was the like, team I was on.
See, with Civil War, I could see both sides.
Yeah.
Of
I was
the
like a
reasoning.
Romanoff
Yeah.
in that.
So, but I would in that situation, I would have teamed up with Cap.
Yeah, me too.
So I went in prepared
Yeah.
for either one of them to die. So when Tony Stark died, I'm like, okay, cool.
Like, cool.
What I wasn't prepared for was the second one. Black Widow.
Sorry, Natasha Romanoff.
See, I'm in more denial with hers than I am with Iron Man.
I had predicted half of what was going to happen to Romanoff, like,
I didn't
before
think
I
it was
went and
gonna
saw
happen.
it. I just didn't think it was going to happen the way it happened. I
Yeah.
was more like, she's going to sacrifice herself in like the final big battle, not halfway through the film before they even remotely get into the big battle. So I was kind of like, what? So for those that haven't or have watched it, I'm hoping the only
no
people that are
recap.
watching it.
We'll recap.
We're recapping. So she pairs up with Hawkeye when they go back in the past to get the Soul Stone. I also thought it was really cool that they went to space.
That was cool.
You would have thought you
Like,
would have sent
seeing-
Iron Man and the Hulk to space because they've been there before.
Seeing
but hey, whatever.
their smiles in the spaceship, I was like, that's really cool. They're like, holy crap, we've been
Like,
on
yeah.
Earth for so long. and we're now in space together.
And they're the two
having an
human
adventure.
characters, like the most human characters. Like, It was weird to me that you sent them to space. But anyway.
I liked Hawkeye's comment of, this is very different to Budapest.
Yeah.
I was like,
that was
yes.
very cool. I was like, oh, I just want a prequel with them in it where they
I'd love to
explain
see
Budapest,
that.
please and thank you. But I don't think they're ever going to because it's one of those inside jokes now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so they go off to get the Soul Stone without realizing that one of them must give up their soul to get the Soul Stone in the end.
Yeah. Well, when Hawkeye, Black Widow, Nebula, and War Machine all went together, I'm like, okay.
I thought Nebula was going to go get the Soul Stone. Personally.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. But then when they're like, oh, we're going to go to Vormir, I'm like, shit.
I was like,
It's
damn
going
it,
to be
one of
either
you
Black
is
Widow or
gonna
Hawkeye
die.
because they don't know. They don't really, like, obviously they said Thanos came back without.
Which also surprised me as well because, like, I love Nebula after this movie as well.
Oh,
She
I
was
loved her.
so well developed in this film. Like, it was kind of like a rounding point for her, and I
Yeah.
can't wait to see where they go with her. But I was annoyed at her because she knew what getting the Soul Stone meant. Like, everyone's telling me, no, she didn't. I'm like, yes, she did. When they were on the planet fighting, and and Thanos showed up without Gamora, she's literally the one that stands there and goes, she's dead. Like,
Yeah.
Gamora's dead. You've returned from, like, wherever they were,
The thing
whatever the
with
place was.
that is that
She could have at least warned them. They're all in the same ship. It took 5 years. They had 5 years
True.
to mention that, hey, just so you're aware, you need to give up a soul to get the Soul Stone.
True, but I think the reason why she didn't go and get it herself is because she had no love. She has no love.
No, but
for
she could have
anyone.
warned them,
Could have
though.
warned them. I guess, yeah, that could have.
She could have been like, hey, one of you is going to have to sacrifice yourself pre-warning.
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't have got that fight between Hawkeye
No,
and Natasha.
I think that was good, and also hearing Natasha's
the speech as to why she had to give it up as well.
yeah, I like that, and also finding out like her father's name as well, and
Yeah.
then she's like, he knows, like the Red Skull knows my dad's name where I didn't even know. Like,
She kind of, like, it was a good summary story for her. Like,
Yeah.
it reached a point where literally there was no real potential for her to go further. And it also was good because it left, like, a pathway to motivate everyone to kind of...
everyone else. I think it was good because obviously in the 5 years after Thor killing Thanos right at the beginning, she was in such a mess.
Yeah,
she
it was
was-
kind of nice to see her still messed up after 5 years because
Yeah.
everyone else was, like, kind of moving on. And she
but
was not. She was stuck.
No.
Yeah.
Because she was trying to hold the team
Yeah.
still together. So I liked the fact that she was like, okay, this is how I'm going to redeem everything that I've done in my past.
Yeah.
Obviously with her saying I got red in Malaysia, and being able to be like, okay,
Yeah.
this is what we need to do. I'm going to do this so that everyone
Yeah,
can,
this is why she took over the mantle. This
Yeah.
is why she, like, everything that they were doing was, like, everything she was wanting
Yeah.
to do, which I liked, but I still was sad about it. And also, why don't you cut that damn blonde out of your hair? Just saying.
Yes.
Do you know how hard that is for cosplayers to be able to do two different tones in the one wig? Hello? That's
so
going to be hard,
hard.
but also I'll try.
Yeah. I did like the fight between her and Hawkeye.
It was very well done.
Because Hawkeye's like, yeah, he's like, I've done some bad stuff. Right, so I'm gonna jump, and she's
And then
like,
how he-
no, you got
like,
a family.
He was holding on to her, and then she's just like, let me go. I was like, no.
He didn't. I don't think he let her go.
No.
I think,
She was telling him to, and then she, like, kicked off the wall
off the wall.
to, like,
She-
rip his...
Yeah.
I was like, no.
I like the fact that he didn't let her go, but she made him.
Yeah,
by
in the end,
pushing
it was
herself.
kind of like, look,
Though,
you know one of us has to
I
do this.
just didn't want to see that bit with her lying on the ground. I'm like, I didn't want to see that.
But I was glad they showed it at the same
Yeah,
time.
seeing it.
'Cause
It
it
was
hurt
just
me.
like, it was just a mirror image of Gamora from Infinity
It
War, and I'm
legitimately
just like,
was. But I also like that Gamora came back as well,
Yeah. like
even though
past
she
that.
died. But, like, her past self... Well, she's still in the
That
future
scene
now,
was
is she not?
funny with her and Star-Lord. That was great.
I kind of didn't like it. I thought it was, like, not really needed.
I liked it because he thought it was his Gamora, and then
Yeah.
when she's like knees him in the balls, and he's like, "Yeah,
You're
nah."
not my Gamora. You're not
just like,
mine.
nope.
Nope. But, like, I think that'll be interesting to play off in the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, because
And I like that she came back, but also then, I don't know. which it did fix a lot of things that I had issues with Infinity War. Because Infinity War to me, like, it was too jump and changey. Like, there was no time to mourn any characters that had died. There was no breathing space in Infinity War. It was just so full on that you're sitting there and you're like, after each other. But this one, the first half of the film is literally you mourning and seeing all the people that are still alive mourning. Which I liked. I was like, thank God we're actually getting to like the depth of the characters.
Yeah. I liked when... Okay, so we're going to go talk about Bruce Banner. He is just pretty much Professor Hulk now.
Yeah.
He has combined...
Did he come out of Professor Hulk? And no, he didn't. He was just Professor
but it was only just like the spirit when he spoke to the whatever name was on the Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
That was the only time he
came out of being Hulk.
You know, I think he like he said in the movie, he combined his brains with the brawn.
Yeah.
And I liked how him and Rocket went to go and find Thor. That was seeing Thor in that state. I laughed when he turned around. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Did anyone else have issues with the fact that he still had ab muscles? Yeah. I was like, what?
What?
This is not reasonable at all. Is it because he's a god that his skin just stretches? Like, what?
Boy. Maybe.
I'm confused.
I liked...
Just an FYI, he's fat.
He's now very fat. And you've seen that how Hulk and Rocket are like, dude,
you need to
just
look after yourself.
And seeing Thor like that is also like, he took the whole thing the hardest.
Yeah, he did.
Compared to everyone else, because he was also the one that... He
let himself go. Like, he just didn't care anymore.
Well, he didn't... Obviously, he attacked Thanos. He didn't even
think about it. He just,
He in Infinity War, he was one that, like, pretty much injured Thanos.
He's the only real, like, Marvel hero that has killed someone.
Yeah.
Like, intentionally. Like,
And seeing that seeing that he blamed himself for not stopping the snap.
Yeah.
And then when you go straight into Endgame, you see he pretty much just killed him.
Yeah, before they even got real answers.
Into it, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, well, there goes Thanos. Where's the rest of the movie?
Yeah. So I like that they showed that he blamed himself a lot and just let himself go.
Yeah.
And also seeing New Asgard and seeing Valkyrie and all that. I was happy that they saw that. So that confirmed the theory of what's his name?
Nick, are we talking about the stone guy?
Yeah.
Because I loved him and the little like blue guy.
Yeah.
Little purple guy,
that
sorry.
explains what's his name? He's played by Idris Elba.
Oh, wait, is he still dead?
He's still dead.
No.
He's still dead.
Oh.
I can't remember what his name
I liked him. And I was sad when he died. I was more sad when he died than I did when Loki died. Because in my head I was like, Loki's not dead. But when he died, I was like, damn it, he's dead. Oh, what's his name? The guardian guy of the power or whatever. Yeah, that guy.
Of the sword.
No, he's still dead. I didn't even remember that. Damn it.
But I like that. Actually, I watched Infinity War the night before when I saw Endgame. And he's like, let the power flow through me one more last time. And that, seeing New Asgard and seeing Valkyrie and all that,
it's just hit me that he's still dead.
Well, it confirms the theory that he used his power for the gateway to send half of the Asgardians to Earth with.
I'm really sad about this. Sorry, it's just hit me that he's still dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so cool. Sorry, having a mini breakdown.
Mini breakdown. I bet this was going to happen.
He's dead. Damn it. I forgot he died.
Yeah.
No.
Aww.
He was like one of my favorite Thor people. It's fine. Sorry, guys. Let's keep going.
Yeah. So seeing that, I think that it was good seeing that they can rebuild again.
I liked it that they were on Earth as well, because then that also...
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, that was kind of like... This kind of explains how the Thor history and all of that got to Earth. And how the gods and stuff were created and all of that because it would have been them. Like, I liked that they were kind of, in a way, explaining how Earth comes about, hearing about Asgardians and all of that. So I liked that. I thought it was very cool. And the fact that they were just this little, like, Norse mythology and doing all that, and they're just an ocean town. I really liked that.
America.
What?
No, in America. I'm wrong about.
I said Norse. What?
Don't worry.
Wait. It is Norse, isn't it?
It is Norse.
And they were just this little like ocean town. And I liked that. It kind of reminded me of like.
I'm like remembering the minute seeing Hulk and Rocket in the car, and I'm like, no, aren't they in America? Like the summer.
No,
I'm like, hold on, they flew,
and then they were in that little like it was like a little thing, and it was cute because it kind of reminded me of Aquaman.
Yeah.
It felt very Aquaman-y. They probably used the same. No, I'm kidding. They didn't. Yeah. But that would have been kind of funny. I liked that. I'm still sad he's gone though. Damn it. Oh. Okay, who have we gone through? We've gone through Thor, we've gone through Iron Man and Pepper.
Gone through Black Widow.
Hawkeye, I liked his development, but he still didn't really have any in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like he was just doing everything for his family, which I liked because that was pretty much his entire storyline. Yeah. The entire way throughout the MCU. I liked him. I liked his dark version. And I liked his new haircut. Am I the only one that liked his new haircut?
I liked his new haircut.
I thought it was cool. I liked it. It was mint.
His tattoo sleeve that he had.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool too. Cool. I liked that it was so
shows the difference between him and
like past him. And the fact that he still yes, he wanted to take his anger out and stuff had happened, but he was doing it in a way that he was literally taking out bad guys that were still that weren't taken by the snap, which I liked. I thought that was really cool. I liked Hawkeye, Captain America.
Should probably get into that. So Captain America has,
I have a lot of thoughts, but they're different.
Yeah, my Captain America has been obviously
your Captain America. He's solely yours, Brie.
Solely mine.
Solely yours.
My favorite character in the whole MCU.
Yeah.
From pretty much from the get go, he's just been like, I don't like bullies. I don't care where they come from. He was very just. He was very just. He's a soldier. He stands for what he believes is right. So, I went into this movie thinking he was going to die because
so I was ready for it.
There goes Cap. But I
was signing the death pieces in my head before they even came to the screen. I was like, all right, I know who's going to die.
Yeah.
And
so seeing him in this.
It's all right. It's okay. We can get through this together. I just found out one of the characters died and nearly had a mental breakdown. We're good.
We're good.
You're talking about Cap now, and this is you.
This is me. I liked that he tried to keep the team together. Obviously he passed that along to...
He also got the most iconic line in that movie.
Yeah.
He's the only one that got that line.
Yeah.
Avengers, assemble.
See, I got goosebumps.
Me too. I was like, yes.
I'm like, hell yes. I'm like, can I just rewind this just so I can watch that again? Just seeing that, I thought it was so good.
And it was so cool.
It was just epic. It was an epic battle for him. And then when they went back in time and then they went him meeting up with his past self, I thought
that's America's ass.
That's America's ass.
I loved that.
I loved that so much. And I liked that they brought in because
he's also the only one that fought himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Which I liked. And the fact that he thought that he was Hydra.
Yeah,
I thought that was really cool.
That was awesome.
That was cool. I was like, you already know this. When you
get into the elevator, I'm like, here we go. I want to have a repeat of does anyone want to get out? And so when he went and said Hell Hydra, I'm like, holy shit, yes.
It kind of opened it up for me. Are they going to spin this off that he becomes Hydra Cap?
Hydra Cap, yeah.
I was like, oh no.
See, I want to do that suit.
Yeah, but here we go. We're going to go Dark Cap. So now I'm like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
They could do a different universe now.
Yes, they could. But I liked that and him fighting against himself.
Yeah, that was really cool.
So look, in
the first
Avengers of Captain America's debut movie.
Mm-hmm. First Avenger.
He is a soldier. He is someone from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn. He swears. So I had a thing when they had him in Age of Ultron when he's like language to Tony Stark. I'm like, but Cap is a soldier.
Yeah, but he's like, he's composed.
I liked in this one that he did.
Yeah, me too.
I thought that was great, and I thought it just showed
character development
that who he is. And I like how when he met up with his first self, he's like, I can do this all day. And he's like, yeah, I know.
Like he was I liked that. I was like, yeah, this is me. God damn it.
It's like,
I was such a douchebag. You know what I mean? Like,
huh? Oh yeah, and Bucky Bucky is alive.
Oh yeah. That was cool. Yeah.
And he's like, what?
And that was like how he got distracted. And I was like, still America's ass.
Still America's ass.
He was kind of an ass, and like.
I love how Tony Stark was the one that pointed it out at first, and he's like, Cap, that suit did some good justice to your ass, and Cap's
there was no complaints from the audience.
No, not at all.
Because they actually started focusing on it as well, which was weird. I was like, all right, you like. What?
I feel that I liked it because that joke joke/meme has been around for so long.
It has.
So I really
it was
liked
good that they acknowledged that.
Acknowledged it and they brought it in and they made fun with it. And even with Cap near the end after he fought himself.
Did we see Coulson?
No.
It would have been cool to see Coulson.
Cool. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Because like he's still hypothetically not hypothetically, he's literally still alive in the MCU. Alive. So it would have been really cool to see him in it. Making a presence.
Yeah.
And then it would have been cool if they got the scepter before Loki did that to him. That would have been really cool as well. Like I would have liked that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like little missed opportunities that I would have really liked. And I get like it's a 3-hour movie already. I would have sat there for another hour just so it runs away. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's so much that they could have done.
With where to get the 3 stones, they had to line it up perfectly for where they are. So obviously.
But then they ended up having to go back. Anyway.
Stupid Hulk.
Even further. What did Hulk do?
Hulk was one that smashed through
the
doors
that's right.
That's right. Into stuff.
That is right. But also they should have remembered that that's what Hulk did, and just saying, they already lived through it.
Yeah. Well, they will just
saying.
I don't know.
Plot holes.
Plot holes, yeah. Time travel.
It's not linear.
Should we talk about this time travel? Because
I just get confused by it.
I'm a Doctor Who fan.
Yeah, I'm a Stargate fan, so time travel's always like, don't interact with yourself.
It's a delicate thing to play with. So when
it's confusing.
The theory of time travel coming into before Endgame came out, I'm like, they're gonna time travel.
I thought that was gonna be like
Like the theory was that they're gonna time travel, they're gonna go back and they're gonna change so much stuff to be able to get all these stones.
That's gonna lead to a really fucked up future.
Or they were going to, like, if they took the Tesseract from like the New York, we wouldn't have Scarlet Witch or Quicksilver. They would still be like.
Which is kind of what I liked when Tony Stark was like, I'm going into this fight for what I have now. No. Not what I had, but what I have.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like the whole, like, that's what they were there for in the start, was to get to where they are still.
Yeah.
And I also really liked that they were saying the whole, like, you can't interact with yourself, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then, what was it? Was it Iron Man? It was like, that's not how time works.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I was like, cool. You're explaining it to us before it happens.
Hulk and Nebula.
I was like, cool. You're explaining this before I even get to that point of questioning where you're at. So that was nice. I liked that.
Yeah.
We got some.
I like the first bit with Peggy. So obviously, at the end, Cap goes and takes the stones back, and he ends up staying in the past with Peggy. So
I like that, but I also didn't like that Peggy didn't talk. I'm like, you just hired her to come back and she's not going to even talk to us? All right.
Yeah.
Rude.
But he got his last dance. He's got his dance.
But I love Agent Carter.
I love
Agent Carter, and her TV show was beautiful. I'm still salty that got cancelled.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, and they even bring back Jarvis. Is it? No. What's the driver's name? Is it Jarvis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that they brought him back. Mr. Jarvis. And how Stark's dad was like, do we know him?
Like,
and he's like, we meet a lot of people. I was like, I really like that they brought him back as well, because he was in the TV show.
Yeah.
And I'm just salty that she didn't really talk. Kelly Cosplay says, unpopular opinion, I didn't like Captain Marvel, both her movie and her in Endgame. It's not an unpopular opinion, that's just an opinion.
That's opinion.
Yeah. I
liked her in her movie. In this one,
thought she was underplayed in this one.
Definitely underplayed.
Yeah.
Like
she was just kind of there to save them. Like she wasn't really there, but she was.
It was like she was her main purpose was just to.
Which I still kind of like because it was kind of like a swan song for our OG Avengers. So I'm really hoping that in the future she's brought into it more because they've said that she's now kind of the captain. Yeah, captain of the Avengers now.
I feel in her movie she came off. Obviously, she had a lot of people aren't a fan of that. She's very emotionless, very. I'm like, okay, in the movie,
but that's because she was trained to not
to show her emotions, and also she didn't have a memory, but she still had some of her humor. In this, she didn't have her humor.
No,
that she showed.
She had her. Like she didn't really have anything. She was just kind of like a cardboard cutout of her.
Emotionless.
And they didn't even show her like first interaction with the Avengers either. She just was already like in the post-credit scene from Infinity War. She's like, "Where's Fury?" And that's where we introduced to her with the Avengers. But this jumps straight to like her already being interacting or already have interacted with the Avengers. So I was kind of like, oh, there's like iconic parts we've missed, like her finding out who these people are and finding out the history and stuff. To me, it just felt rushed to include her in the Avengers.
Yeah.
Like it would have been cooler if she just appeared in the final battle.
Yeah.
And that was the first interaction that we really had with Captain Marvel. But I did like that she was the reason that Tony survived and like all of that. But I felt like it was kind of like cop out.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, like you're the most keen that I am, like Avenger new person that I'm keen to see join the team. But I didn't even get to see you join the team.
Yeah, it was more near the end.
Yeah.
And I loved her entrance to the battle. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Me too. I thought that was amazing.
And I also liked the nod to obviously her hair.
Well, it was more iconic comic book Captain Marvel.
Style. And did you notice when she came to the battle, she actually had that.
Wait,
she had the scarf thing that she has around.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she did have.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, I noticed it on the second round.
Oh, second round. There we go.
Second round. She has
what I'm doing
you can
after
see it floating around. So it's she's changed up her uniform.
She's changing it up to kind of fit more comic-y.
It's a nice nod to the comic book.
Yeah.
So I liked that. But I think definitely they
I did like I like her and I really, really fell in love with her in her own film.
Yeah.
But I didn't really like her in like she was forgettable.
Yeah.
Like I actually forgot she was even in the movie.
Yeah.
While I was watching the
Until
movie,
she
which is
turned up.
probably the point. Like that is the purpose probably that she wasn't really included.
Yeah.
But that irritated me a little bit because I was like, you could have like she's one of the most powerful ones. Like why wouldn't you take her? Anyway.
Yeah.
But then can we just talk about her appearance on the battlefield though? That was so fucking cool.
That was cool.
Like, I am ready for an all-female Avengers film. Just so everyone's
me too.
aware. Especially after, like, Captain Marvel was obviously the first female-led MCU film. So to see her lead all the female characters into battle and they're all like I loved seeing Wasp in there. I loved seeing all the female superheroes. I loved seeing Pepper join in.
Yeah.
I was like, I am ready. I am behind this. Like, I can totally see her.
We need more.
I need more female presence.
Superheroes.
Like, yeah, I'm ready. Like, I'm sick of them being the sidekicks. I'm ready to see them kick ass.
I liked that bit with them when they all were like, she's got ass. And I'm like, what are the men doing?
They're just kind of off, just being like, hey,
we'll
yeah, girls.
Like,
but though I really, really liked that. I thought it was very, very cool. That was because it started in Infinity War with like Black Widow, Okoye, and Scarlet Witch kind of teaming up to battle on the battlefield. Like that's where it started. And then this one, you saw every single female superhero that was even in the MCU that was still alive and still going, joining up. I thought that was really cool. I really, really liked that. Let's see. Oh, you two are the perfect combination.
Perfect and cute.
Thank you.
Thanks.
69 24/7.
Love you 3000. Yeah.
That was sad.
That was sad.
But also the little kid at the end.
Morgan.
Yeah, and how she was like, I want a cheeseburger.
I want cheeseburgers.
I was like,
I love how happy he kind of looks down and he's like,
I'll get you all the cheeseburgers you want.
And he's pretty much just like, you are your father's kid.
Yeah. That's one thing that also annoyed me is that in that funeral scene. I was a little annoyed because I get that Tony Stark was kind of the start of the Avengers and the start of the MCU, and I get that. But you've got literally every main kicker Avenger at a funeral. But where is the wreath for Natasha?
Yeah.
And also, why is Hawkeye only talking to Scarlet Witch about missing her? I'm like, what? There was so many bigger players. Like, where's Professor Hulk? Like, he and Natasha were kind of like relationshiping in Age of Ultron. Like I need more sorrow over Natasha. That annoyed me.
That's what annoyed me, and as well a lot of people, because I'm part of like a women's cosplay group on Facebook.
It kind of irritated me that she was kind of just sidelined.
And she was a bit sidelined.
But she's literally, without her, everyone would still be dead. Sorry about it.
Yeah. I think when it came to Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch talking,
I think it was because they both had lost someone. Because like Scarlet had lost Quicksilver and
Vision.
And Vision. So they were the only two that had really lost people, I guess.
In that whole
Yeah, that were part of the team.
Snap. But
I kind of felt bad. I was like, why are they the only two? Like I liked it because it gave more depth to Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch, who we don't really see a lot of emotional scenes with Scarlet Witch. No. Like the most emotional scene you saw was her destroying the Infinity Stone out of Vision's head. Yeah. Like that's the most depth. But she's also one of the strongest Avengers.
Yeah.
Like you just have to look at the fight scene with her and Thanos.
And
Thanos was scared shitless.
Yeah.
And the only reason that he even called fire upon everyone was because he knew that he'd been like he would have died if she didn't if he didn't do that.
Yeah, I loved that scene.
I loved that scene as well. It was very iconic. I was like, yes. Get it.
Yeah.
And how she was all like, he was like, I don't know you. She's like, you will. You will. You took everything from me. I was like, get it.
Yes.
I'm ready. Fuck this dude up. It was very well done. Because like she literally like in the comics wipes out mutants.
Yeah.
Just by thinking about it.
Like, she's
very, very powerful. They just don't. She's, again, very underplayed.
Yeah.
She's like an underplayed Avenger.
And it's the same thing with Vision as well. Like
he's still dead though, right?
He's still dead.
Yeah. I'm getting confused as who is still dead, who isn't dead.
I'm annoyed because I thought Vision was going to come back as well. But I'm like, hang on, he died before the snap happened.
Yeah. Well, because but I still want to know if they uploaded his consciousness or something to a computer. Because when they did the whole she was like doing the final few things, and she's
no, she had only just started.
She's like,
yeah,
I liked it that she came back too, and she was like,
that was cool. I didn't like that the Vision is dead in the MCU purely because in the comics, him and Wanda are together and they have kids.
Yeah.
So are not going to be able to bring that aspect into.
No, and I think this is going to sound really bad, but I think Wanda's kind of like finished with.
Yeah,
which kind of irritates me because she's never been part of it.
No.
Like she's just been there, and she has such a cool story though. Like she was a villain. Like she's one of those ones that like is justified in what she does. She does what she thinks best. So throughout comics, she's either sometimes a hero, sometimes a villain, sometimes like she doesn't walk that linear line of being just one.
No, yeah.
And that's what I miss. I'm like, I need characters that are flawed and have those issues and those moral dilemmas, but we ain't got none of them.
Yeah.
Like the only one we had was is Iron Man.
Iron Man.
And I'm like, he's good. Like he's dead now. Thanks. Who's next? Next up, give me Scarlet Witch.
Thank you, next.
But then I also kind of really want her to come into the Inhumans.
Yeah.
Like in dealing with mutants and all of that.
See, I like Marvel has just signed a contract with Fox to get the X-Men.
X-Men, Fantastic Four. They just announced they're doing a MCU Fantastic Four, I believe.
Really? Awesome.
I think so.
Because I want to be able to see the X-Men come into the MCU.
Yeah, me too. I want to see like them actually develop the MCU in the way that it should have been done from the get-go.
Yeah.
Instead of having all of these different...
See, once they have the X-Men, like Hugh Jackman has actually said that when the X-Men mutants come into the MCU, I would like to come back as Wolverine. And I'm like, hell yes.
I would happily have that. So I have this Phase 4 lineup.
Okay.
I don't know if it's legit or not, but supposedly these are all the films they're going to be doing. Like... I haven't heard of any of these, but this kind of made me intrigued.
Dark Avengers.
I was like, okay. And then Spider-Man Secret Wars. I was like, all right. Like, I'm okay with all of these, but give me an actual, like,
I know
proper lineup.
Shang-Chi is definitely happening. They're currently finding their leads at the moment. It's an Asian
That's kind of cool.
Marvel character. He doesn't have superpowers, but he is like the highest advanced of kung fu.
Right.
But
right.
so he has. So that's coming. That's definitely been.
That's Nova Streams that posted that as well. Okay. So like, I don't know if it's legit. Don't know if it's true, but I would be kind of keen on that lineup.
Yeah.
There's a lot of names in there that we haven't seen Black Widow. In the MCU. Silver Surfer even. Yeah. Like, I'd be okay with some of these. But yeah, so like, I really hope that they don't just kind of like sideline everyone that's been introduced into the MCU now that they're done the Infinity Saga.
Yeah.
Like, I want them to still develop the characters we have whilst kind of introducing new ones. That's what I liked about Black Panther. It's like you met him in Civil War.
Yeah.
But then they developed him so much in Black Panther, and then you got introduced to new characters. I don't want them to just kind of be like, oh, we're done with that. Let's finish that and create a whole new like phase.
I like to see in the next lot of movies, Doctor Doom. He's he's Fantastic Four, yeah. But he has also taken on the Avengers as well. Like, he's a very powerful villain. So
that's
I'd like
what I mean.
to see
like, I'd like them to do it well.
This, in the next lot.
I just hope they like. I really have a lot of worry that they're just going to sideline so many interesting characters that they've introduced just because their stories are done, but they're not done. So I just really hope they don't do that because I'll be sad about that.
Yeah.
Should we answer questions?
Answer some questions. Okay. Yeah. It's like 4:45 now.
Oh, sorry everyone. We've rambled.
I think it's good.
I think we've done better this round than we did for Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Because Captain Marvel, we literally just rambled.
So Ellie XX Shaw, my best friend from New Zealand, was how handsome Bucky Barnes looked.
Yeah, for that 10 minutes we saw him.
10 minutes, yeah.
I like Bucky Barnes.
I like Bucky.
He didn't even use his arm this much this time.
No. See, in the second one, I'm like, does he even have the arm on? Because I'm like, it doesn't look like.
But also, I really wanted him to use it because it was like, wasn't it? What's that silver that Black Panther made? Like, it's Black Panther technology. Like, it's Wakanda technology. I was hoping it'd have like that whole like. It'd be really cool if it had what the suit had, Black Panther's suit with the whole like boom, and it builds up like force when it gets hit. I thought that would be really cool. So that you had more than just him shooting. With Bucky, I liked. Like, as much as like I really wanted him to take up the mantle as Captain America. Obviously, it would have been really cool.
Sam has now been out of the mantle. But at the same time, I feel he needs to make a name for himself, not as Captain America. I think being the White Wolf would have been a better path for him. So
I'm kind of hoping that him and Falcon join up. And do their own movie things.
TV show. TV series.
So this is the only way we're going to get anything MCU equivalent.
Same with Wanda.
Someone literally Vision. Just said that like Carl Kelly was low-key mad that they're only releasing stuff on Disney+. I can 100% confirm that as well. I'm annoyed about that too. Like, you're literally just sidelining all of these really important MCU characters. Yeah. Like, you're just sidelining them to a TV show. Yeah, you'll get to develop them more, but... Let's be real. They always end up getting cancelled.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
I don't want that at all.
Make a movie. I'll watch a movie. I'll also watch the Disney Plus stuff. But
as soon as they release, I'm like, yep, sign up.
Like, because I know that they're doing Loki. Loki's getting made into a TV show. Wanda and Vision.
They're doing a What If, which I'm looking forward to soon because their first episode is What If Peggy Carter became the super soldier instead of Captain America, and I am all for it.
Are they going to cast the same actress though?
I hope so.
I fucking hope so, because I'm still mad about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got very mad when when Agent Carter got cancelled. It broke my heart.
Yeah.
And then you've just got to look at them cancelling like Daredevil and all of these Marvel things on Netflix. I'm like, I hope you bring these all back because like, what's the point of committing to a TV show when you're just going to cancel it halfway through a story?
Hopefully they will.
Like, Agent Carter literally finished on a cliffhanger. I was like, I'm not okay with this. Like, not okay.
No.
Not okay. Even if you would have just finished the show with them actually making S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah,
I would have been okay with that.
Cool.
I don't care if you get them cancelled. Just finish them.
Yeah.
Finish telling the story.
Absolutely.
Because that's the part with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm like, low key, like waiting for them to cancel that on a cliffhanger and just being like, well, thanks, Marvel.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
Anyway,
so much.
sorry, back to questions.
Negative topics, the fact that Peter had to watch Tony die, and that's from Hannah Moore.
It was sad, but I think we needed it.
Sad, and I think it's going to be a way for Peter Parker to grow and to continue doing what he's doing in honor of Tony.
Of Tony, yeah. Because his entire suit is Tony now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just can't damage it now because no one else is going to be able to fix it for him.
He'll fix it himself. He's smart. He's a smart kid.
Yeah. Positive topics. This is also from Hannah Moore. Carol and Spider-Man meeting and Carol's.
That was very cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of.
It was kind of like they were already friends.
Yeah, I liked Peter in this. I thought it was.
He was only in it for a small bit, but it was very cool.
I liked it because Tom Holland. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He's good as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man.
And it's so funny because I saw a post that Tom Holland posted on Instagram the other day, and it was tagging Brie Larson in it, and the comments were just kind of exactly like their characters in the movie. I was like, this is weird. You're just playing yourselves now.
Pretty much.
Like, that's what it feels like. I'm like, I love this.
Yeah, I liked the interaction they had in Endgame.
Me too.
And Carol's new haircut. See, I saw it.
I love it. I hate it, but I love it.
I saw it, and I just had a point of split second going, I like to cut my hair that short again.
I was like, oh, that'd be a cool wig.
Yeah, cool wig, yeah.
Also, that fits into the helmet more nicely.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. But yeah, my split second was, I want to cut my own hair. But it's taken a long time for me to like grow my hair. So I'm just like, I
get that.
don't want to touch my hair now.
All right, next.
Also, Build-A-Bears. I have a Build-A-Bear, Captain America.
I want to build a bear Captain America.
I got it on...
Screw you, Iron Man.
I got it on Monday after Gold Coast Supernova.
Oh, right. I remember seeing you guys making it.
And we called the bear Steve James. He has his own little passport and everything. It was so cute.
All right, moving on. We're in the end game now of the episode, so come on.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have Build-A-Bears.
Oh, no, I don't blame you. I like Build-A-Bears.
Natasha's ending and how Harley was at Tony's funeral, future Iron Man. That's from Osmond of Oz. When I first saw the movie, I didn't know who that person was.
No, me either. I had to Google it. I also was like, oh, you're alluding to something here. Like, I can tell.
And then I'm like, oh, it's Harley. I'm like,
that's Iron Man 3, right?
But I'm like, hang on, Iron Man 3 would have been like 10 years after.
It's a long time ago. I also try and stay away from
before Endgame. So I'm just like, okay. I'm like, okay, it makes sense that he would be a lot older.
Yeah.
I don't know what would be his path. I'd like to see him as Iron Man. That'd be kind of cool in honor of Tony, but I don't really know what.
I don't know what they're going to do. I kind of just don't want Iron Man around anymore, to be honest. I'm done with it. I'm sorry. Iron Man, we had enough movies. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
They kind of need reiterations. It would be cool if they did one, but did it like completely different.
Yeah.
Like some poor person made an Iron Man suit and became Iron Man. I don't know. Yeah. Just something a little different would be nice.
Would be nice. Why did Endgame hurt me like that from Twerking Gherkin?
Look, it hurt everyone like that.
Hurt everyone.
Hurt us all. I can't answer that question. I guess everyone grieves in their own way.
We're all still in denial.
I'm grieving the 5-year gap that we didn't get to see.
Yeah. And then Missy _93 Thick Thor. I liked
that we got to interact with his mother again.
Yeah, that was good.
Just saying, that was really cool. And we got to see
Natalie
Portman back. I really liked that.
I liked it because his mother was able to get him out of
his funk.
His depression that he has.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen
Odin.
No. What's the chick?
Sif.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Lady Sif back.
That would have been cool.
Just for like a brief few seconds would have been really, really cool. Yeah,
and the Warrior 3.
Because when they announced that they were going back to iconic parts in the history, I was like, oh my God, here we go.
Here we go.
I'm ready. This is going to be 3 hours of beauty. And then I realized that they were jumping back to the future. And I was like, oh, hang on. Like,
I think I liked because obviously all the other movies with Thor in it, he's always had at least one scene where he's just shirtless. So I liked in this that he was literally like
shirtless with a beer gut.
With a beer gut.
I was like, all right.
I liked that. I read something like
I'm ready for the cosplays.
I don't know who it was. So someone put it on Facebook, and apparently her boyfriend was like, "Now I look like Thor." I'm like, I like that. I thought it was funny, but at the same time it was used for comedic reasoning. But then it's where it's kind of sad because there are people out there who have.
It was nice to show a bit of diversity in that, like, body sizing and everything like that. Like, you don't have to look like Thor all the time to be able to cosplay Thor.
Yeah.
So I liked that.
And I liked his beard when he transformed.
Yes, that was so cool. Viking, it was more like, and that's what I mean, Viking, like Norse and like, it was
back.
cool.
I thought it was
very
good.
Cool.
I thought it was really, pretty good.
It was very, very cool.
From Black Jacket Cosplay, where was Gamora in the final funeral scene?
I think she was off with Nebula,
I think. No, Nebula was with the Guardians.
Oh,
and Gamora was
I guess
there.
I kind of like that she's not a part of the Guardians anymore, just because it shows a bit of character development.
It showed in the end that they were going to go after Gamora.
Right. I think that's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Thanos died, dusted away. I feel
that was so cool.
That was awesome.
I was like, yes.
I feel Gamora was like, I've done some bad stuff.
I need to go figure out myself.
I need to figure myself out.
Because she hasn't had that time to become Gamora that we know.
Yeah.
So she's still the Gamora. She's kind of like Hawkeye, but a different version where it's like the roles are reversed. Hawkeye's had so long that he's gone down a dark path, where the Gamora hasn't had the time to go down the good path. So now she's still on that.
Yeah, like she's
not knowing who she is.
Like obviously we've seen that bit where with her and Nebula going, he found one of the stones. Let's go and grab it. Yeah. And that led into like the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
It did.
So I feel after Thanos died in this battle, she would have gone off and like
done her own thing.
Left.
Yeah. So many questions. I'm loving this.
What did you think about the deaths in the film? Do you think they were justified?
Yes.
Yeah.
Personally, I kind of wish there were a few more. I know I'm a terrible person, but I'd gone in with so much like preparedness mentally and spiritually and emotionally that I was ready for more.
Yeah.
So I think the only other one that I would have liked to have seen, and I mentioned this to you before, and you're rolling your eyes at me because you hate it, but I really wish, I know it sounds terrible, and I know this, but I really wish that Captain America would have died via the hand of Thanos back when he was like well and around the, like, we just had such a cool moment where he got this new hammer, his shield was together, that he's like doing all of these things, and his shield had got destroyed. He was laying on the ground. I was ready for him to die in that scene. I think it also would have been an amazing motivator for Tony Stark to take the gauntlet at the end. Yeah. And it would have been a really great scene to motivate all of the Avengers that were coming through the Doctor Strange portal things to like really go all out and realize that this is the end. Yeah. Like if we don't win this, this is it. Like I think it would have been an amazing motivator. But that's just me. I think it would have been a really cinematic moment.
Part of me agrees with you.
It would have been such a beautiful moment.
It would have been like one of those rally up the troops.
I would have literally been like, I would have died on my seat when he died. But I would have been very much so like, I was already like, yes, when they all came through. Yeah. But it would have been even better because like, can you imagine seeing Thanos standing there?
Over the body
Iron Man over the body of Cap.
Yeah.
And Thor off injured, and everyone that knows these characters, knows these heroes coming through those doors to not knowing what they're actually coming through to, and seeing Cap dead with a blade in him.
Yeah.
It would have been like, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Like, because that's how like passionate I was, like ready for it. Because I was ready for a fight.
Ready for it.
And I would have been like, my heart would have been destroyed, but it would have been such a great motivator for them to go forward. And also like it would have opened the door for the MCU to get slightly darker. Yeah. Because that's where the MCU started, it was light, it was humorous. But with so many storylines they are getting slowly progressively darker. And it would have been like literally, let's go into the dark ages for phase 4. Like it would have been really, really cool. I think, personally.
Thanks.
And we have 5 minutes. We're going.
Which was your favorite time period and location? This was from Frizz Cosplay.
I would have said New York. I think that was the coolest for me.
it's between New York and
obviously we're
the birthplace of Captain America.
Okay. Mine was New York just because I liked seeing them all interact, and that's how we also got to see Tilda Swinton again. And like that was very cool. I thought
I liked the birthplace of Captain America. Seeing Tony interact with his dad.
Yeah, that was very
being
cool.
able to like thank him in a way.
Yeah,
like
thank him for being his
dad, and also
and
for Cap seeing Peggy as well, and that.
You're choking up just talking about it.
Seeing him
lust after Peggy as well, and
would have been his decision. Be like,
I need to go back.
I need to go back. I need
my story to be finished.
I need to have my I need
closure.
to have a closure. I need to have a good life, a nice life that Tony has had for like that. 5 years. So I liked that.
I liked that part too. I thought it was heartwarming, and it made sense as to why they went back.
I think.
And that is it. That's all the questions. Well, it's 5 p.m. Thank you for sticking around for the hour. I hope you enjoyed the hour of Endgame. We do shout out of the week every week. We don't really have anyone to shout out this week. However, I will shout out the Event Cinemas Maya Center, who organized a massive meet of Avenger cosplayers on Wednesday night for the premiere. So if you guys want to follow some really awesome cosplayers, head over to Event Cinemas on Instagram. They all looked amazing. So our shout out of the week is literally to the Avengers. So go check them out. But yeah, thank you for sticking around, talking to us for Endgame. We're still not over it. I'm sure we're going to keep talking about this after we finish.
Yep. We always do.
But yeah, send us your questions. We haven't decided on a topic next week yet.
Not yet. We're thinking of doing maybe more like kind of like a serious one.
Topic.
Probably going back into
the serious parts of cosplay again, because we did take a bit of a break with Gold Coast. And a lot of it's been a debrief for the last few weeks. So we want to go a little deeper. And we have
so if you have any topics that you'd like us to discuss, just send them through, and we're always happy to try and answer them and all that.
Any questions, any comments? We only have 2 more episodes with me being in physically here. So we're in the end game now. But yeah, so stick around, let us know what you want to see. But this is Bellarmycosplay signing off.
And this is Brie K Cosplay signing off.
Bye guys.
Bye.